quick video. Yesterday, April 20th, I had to remove videos from my channel. I had 2 videos flagged that did not meet the requirements of the technical provider of the videos. That didn't match their agenda, I believe, and belief system. So they were removed, and so I removed the rest before I got met by third strike and was out. So, and I started making these videos, and I really didn't put a lot of thought into that aspect of it being filtered out and caught, flagged, whatever you want to call it. So I am going to, I'm making a video now regarding, be out later this week, regarding this general topic aimed at kind of a broader scope of trying to, if you want to understand what's going on. But been to the courthouse two of the last 3 days, and it was good seeing a bunch of people out there. It seemed like there was more people out there yesterday than today, or Saturday. It'd be great if we had even more people out there. I think that's very important. I think it's growing around the country, having more and more people voicing their opinion, whether they like it or not. But didn't, like I said, didn't give it a lot of thought. The videos I made in the past, and the words which they did not deem acceptable, or topics they did not deem acceptable, or at least not able to get past their automated systems. So future videos I will attempt to do that, and like I said, I'll have one coming up this week. And I think that everybody should take a closer look at Event 201. That in itself gives you a whole bunch of information. But one of the biggest things that I see when we talk about what's going on is the death count. If you go to CDC and you look up mortality rate for this virus, I mentioned this in a previous video, but there is no requirement that the person test positive for this virus in order for it to be added to the mortality count, which means that, and it actually uses the word, the doctor can assume that it was caused by this virus, or he or she can assume that it contributed. And if he or she assumes it contributed or caused, then it counts. Which means that we know we're not getting an accurate count. Something else I thought was interesting too was in the news today was 1,800 people in Ohio County, or Ohio Marion Correctional Institute, tested positive for the virus. It was like 73% of the inmates. They've been in lockdown since March 15th. So, and there could be an answer for this. It could be a good answer. And I know ventilation's not that great in jails, but just me breathing the air, because if you're locked down to a cell, then you're definitely not, at the most, if you've got a cellmate, then you got one other person. It would stay isolated. Now the cells are not far apart, but does that just mean the air circulating in there, this virus can live in the air? Is that what they're saying? It can live in the air for an extended period of time? Or I don't know. I don't know the exact layout of that facility, or any facility really, but it seems that they put them in lockdown on March 15th for a reason. They felt like it would work to contain the virus, and 73% of them got it. But no deaths, but nobody died. So gotta stay kind of balanced here, and not say everything's a conspiracy, but it's like makes me think. It's like, well, you could count prisoners into the count of people that have received it, and really who's going to complain, who's going to say no. wait a second, we didn't all test positive. They don't have a voice. So they could easily add that. That was my thinking, especially when not one person died. So a virus is supposed to have a high death rate, mortality rate. You'd think more than 0 out of 1,800 would die. And I think collectively, there's been 2,400 in Ohio prisoners that have been tested positive and 0 deaths. So, and they've all been in lockdown since the 15th of March. So lockdown does not work in a prison, obviously. But how do they all stay alive when they're supposed to have a high mortality rate? Raised red flags to me. But I will come out with a video later this week, and it talks about Event 201, WHO, and then how you see that stuff playing out in today's press conferences and stuff like that. But I want to just tell you why I took the videos down, and hopefully I can dodge that future bullet of being flagged. Didn't really think about it when it started. Hopefully, if anybody knows how these rallies are organized, I'd love to know, because I'd love to know how we can get a big one going. So if anybody's got any news on how these rallies at the State House or protests, whatever you want to call them, are set up, let me know so I can kind of monitor if anything big's coming up or what have you, who organized it, or does it just show up, whoever shows up. But I'll come out with the video later this week, and talk to you soon.